back.
This season's crazy.
And it is in 3.
Like, what the fuck
The
is
2000
this podcast? The 2012 Giants.
Yeah.
Why is that next to the Page Master?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. Oh God.
Those
Yeah.
two things are so far apart from each other.
Yeah. You know they really are.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, the podcast. Hey,
We started already. What's
we
up?
back, baby.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Is sometimes I don't know we started, and there's no one in the. It's not like there's like a person going, 3, 2, 1, go. It's just a sign, and I still don't know when we start. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, oh, I guess we're just starting now.
This is when we started. What up, buddy?
Oh man, not much.
I have seen you every second of every day.
Yeah, for like 60 something days now. I think quarantine's in 70 days actually.
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
Pretty wild.
Yep.
It's
But
a
you know,
lot.
it's no different than every other part of my life so far. Anyway.
Yeah.
I saw you a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw each other pretty much every day for years.
What?
Probably
Going on
because-
what now? Since that day at the Madhouse.
Pretty much.
I've seen you every day
Yeah.
since that day at the Madhouse.
Pretty
What
much.
was that, 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
2014.
Damn, bro, I've seen you every
6
day
years
since
ago.
2014.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
That's what it feels like.
Odd vacation here or there, but other than that. Yeah.
Vacations here and there. Some vacations together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
We're gay.
Yay.
Yay, pride. Pride and proud. But man, thank y'all for rocking with us, bro. During you guys are listening and you're telling your friends and oh my God, thank you. We appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Things are looking good over here on the beans, and we really appreciate the fucking. It's y'all. You know, we can only put it out. You guys are the ones listening and fucking telling people. So thank you so much for the love, bro. Everybody listening everywhere.
Beaner Nation, baby.
Beaner fucking nation. And
Beaner Nation.
everybody always asking like, hey, when y'all gonna be out on the? Hey, when you come back? Hey, my nigga, it's a pandemic. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know. But just know when we fucking can come back, bro. We trying to come, bro. We trying to come.
We want to come.
We want to come, man. So we'll figure it out, man. But keep listening, keep telling your friends, and the more friends you tell, the more likely we'll be able to come to your city.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, pretty much.
but-
Direct correlation.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, they really go hand in hand, those two things.
Yeah.
So yeah, you do your part. I swear to God, we will do ours.
Yeah.
I swear to God. I don't know if we can promise more. How much? If you tell your friends, we will be at that city.
Oh, how badly we want to be there. Even some cities we don't like. Cincinnati, we'll come back.
Pittsburgh, dude, I'm there forever. I'm there every year forever. Every year forever, and I hate you. And
Bombing
you're
our
stupid.
asses off.
You're stupid, and you love your team too much, and that's dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb to love that team that
This
much.
is more to life than the Steelers, huh?
Yes, like the fucking Cavs or any other team. Fuck y'all's team. I don't even like y'all anymore. But I will come there all the time. All the time.
Every time we can.
Fucking love you guys. Fucking assholes. Hassan, but you're alive.
I am alive.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you know, maybe
Things
not.
are good, man. Sports are... Bro, nigga, I saw... They said the NBA might come back, but instead of, like, letting them just come back and, like, what the seeds were, they're going to have them, like, do, like, a one-off play-in game. So, like,
What?
everybody's 7 seed down. It's like a 10-game play-in game. And so whoever, like, the Warriors will be able to get in the playoffs if they win.
Well, that's a bad idea.
Fuck that idea. I hate that idea, bro. This fucking idea sucks.
That's a bad idea.
Stupid.
Just what they should do is whatever your rank at when the pandemic started, when Rudy Gobert shut the league down.
Yep, Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy.
first team all
Rudy.
defense, baby. They shut the entire league down.
That's how you do it, bro.
That's your seed going into the playoffs, and just have the playoffs.
Yep.
Maybe have a first round 5 gamer instead of 7 gamer.
Absolutely. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but other than that, no.
Bro, am I biased? Yes. My Grizzlies are the 8th seed, so I'm very biased. But they earned that 8th seed. They won those games.
Yeah,
You fucking other teams who lost. You lost.
It makes no sense to punish the 7 and 8 seed.
No. You guys didn't win enough. Other teams,
Right.
you didn't win enough. You don't get to do it.
And then all of a sudden the Warriors, which were mathematically eliminated, which they should have been because they were that team, gets to play with Steph back. That's completely...
And maybe Clay, and then they
And maybe
win,
Clay,
and it's
yeah.
like, that's awesome, and I get that. That is awesome sports. Blah, it's all sports, and it's like, yeah, but, Spurs 99, whoop, whoop, suck my dick. Fuck that shit, man. Don't fuck over my team. Don't. We never win. Don't do that. Also, that's bad for basketball, bro. Fuck that shit.
So each team would play each other? Like, how would that work?
Yeah, it'd be like a 10-game. It was like a 10-game playoff shit.
Oh,
Like
bad.
almost like a March Madness kind of thing.
Bad
Fuck
idea.
that, man. That's stupid.
Kind of defeats the whole point of the season if you're the 7th and 8th seed. It's like, why did we... Like, because then it's like, oh, man, why did we even...
play all those games.
Yeah, why do we even try? We could have just tanked and tried to get a draft pick and then snuck in the playoffs.
I mean, would it be awesome though to see? I mean, yes, I would love to see like fucking
The
like
Suns.
Suns versus in the Warriors somehow in the West Conference Finals, and then you got the fucking Nets because KD and Kyrie are back, and it's like, well, what the fuck is happening? You know what I mean? Because they'd be able to play, and it would be like, wow, they're healthy. Okay, the Nets are now a contender.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it would change everything, bro.
It's a weird idea. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
If they do it, I'd watch it still.
Yeah.
I want sports back so bad.
Speaking of weird ideas, we do have to talk about the Page Master.
Oh, man, that was a weird idea.
Yeah, that was a weird idea. Before we get into this week's movie, we got to talk about last week's movie. And I watched the Page Master.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel about the Page Master the same way I feel about Drumline. Is that, damn.
Greatest movie of all time.
There was a great idea there. And for some reason, you all missed it.
Yeah, and both those movies could have totally came straight to VHS.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And been fine. It's not a diss. I'm not dissing Drum. I love Drumline. That's just like, I'm just saying you could have made more money probably and just saved some money.
Right.
Doing all the promotion. Actually, Drumline did really well. This one not. Drumline was fine. This one tanked.
Everyone. This one is like, ooh, to have all those voices and then not have the characters look like those voices is pretty ridiculous. No one's going to watch No one's going to be like, ooh, it's Patrick Stewart and Whoopi Goldberg as books.
Bro, we were talking about how famous is Captain Picard, bro?
Yeah. Very
I don't even watch Star Trek. My dad watched Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch Star Trek like that, but I know, bro, Captain Picard, bro, I know that's a big deal. I know he's a bad motherfucker, apparently. And I know he's a bald-headed white man named Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Who talks like this, you know?
Yeah, real Shakespearean actor.
Oh, bro, he is. And he's the shit on American Dad. I love him.
American Dad?
He's Homeboy's boss. He's Stan's boss.
Oh, really? Crazy.
Yeah, so he's great on that show. But he's great on everything. But yeah, hey, use him. On American Dad, you know what the guy looks like? Patrick fucking Stewart.
Yeah,
exactly.
Duh. Also, it's just like
Whoopi Goldberg.
It's like they spent all the budget on the actors because they had fucking Spock was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yep.
You know, just like big name actors like that. And it's like,
damn, that's fucking what's his name?
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah.
Make him look like Leonard Nimoy. He's Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, right? One of the most iconic looking people of all time.
Fucking Spock.
Yeah.
You also got the whole cast of Star Trek in this fucking movie. Use that. Clearly make a Star Trek reference.
Right. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't even know where the fuck their heads were. Dude.
Acid.
Yeah.
They were clearly, bro. Also, they were like trying to make some Alice in Wonderland shit. Y'all niggas was high. And you'll never. I'm going to look up right now who wrote this movie.
Yeah.
I'm calling out names, bro. Usually I don't like to call out names, nigga. But sometimes we got to call you niggas out for being high as fuck, fool.
Well, also, the idea was there. The idea of like this kid goes through a lot of different stories is interesting. You could have built something off that. But you know, Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Stewart, the guy who played horror, should have been actual characters from books, from like famous books.
Yeah.
Everyone should have been a famous character from a book. It shouldn't have just been like, here's a random book, and then here's a scene with Captain Ahab, and here's a scene with, you know, with fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and here's a random dragon out of nowhere.
Yeah, bro. This guy, hey, David Kirshner, stop doing acid when you write movies, fool. All your movies are Curious George and The Page Master. I'm not dissing you, my nigga. I like Curious George, but you high. You high, fool. You high as fuck. And you also did Fertility.
I've never.
And Hocus Pocus, which I actually see that and I like that. I remember Hocus Pocus.
These still sound like high movies though.
Oh, dude. Every single thing is stupid fucking high. Stupid fucking high. And then a lot of he did a lot of the Chucky movies.
High.
Wow. Yeah, bro, you was fucking lit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the Flintstones movie? Oh,
High.
dude. And then, just a bunch of cartoons.
Yeah. Which is, dope. But there was really no...
we've done one of his movies, bro. He did the original Child's Play.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, shout out to David Kirshner.
Actually, hey, my nigga, you high as fuck, but you're actually extremely talented.
Yeah.
I mean, your career is clearly shown that you know what the fuck you're doing. But damn, man, yeah, you do acid though. You can't tell me he don't do like mad acid.
No. I mean, it's also like everyone who makes every decision that the book makes is like a high decision. Like the dude, the adventurer gets caught in the treasure chest.
Yeah.
And then he gets mad at horror for bringing him out, and
Yeah.
then they have a whole blowout fight.
They have a blowout fight.
Oh, this is an ego thing going on there, because you're like, you know what I mean? There's like you're on shrooms, and there's like a huge ego. You're like fighting with your ego. That's happening. You know what I mean? It's just like there's.
And you're putting it into these books.
Yeah.
Why do they look like books, bro? Why wouldn't they just look like
Why would they
him?
just be characters? It would be so
From the books.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a pirate.
Also,
who looks like Patrick Stewart.
Also, yeah, I could see as a kid why this would be terrifying. First of all,
yes.
the library is empty, which is horrifying.
And it's huge.
Yeah, horrifying. And two, the librarian gives off mad pedophile vibes.
Who, Doc?
Yeah.
Hey, and everybody wonders, Doc, why were you hanging out with that little boy in Back to the Future?
She's in high school.
Why are y'all best friends, bro? Why? Why are y'all trying to go back in time together? When you're young.
Oh, damn.
You ever thought about that version?
No.
Of Back to the Future?
No.
God.
What was
the
going on
Brokeback
behind the
Mountain
scenes?
version?
Yeah.
A really deep, sad story of just two men trying to find love in a time when, even though it wasn't allowed back, like it's like, oh man, we can be gay now. It's the 80s. I mean, it's not accepted, but it's kind of accepted. But it's really like, then Doc's like, yeah, but I can't even get like a boner, and like I can't satisfy you as a man. And you're so young, and they kiss, and he's like, let's go back in time. I love you. I'll do it for you. And they go back and say, yeah, this story's crazy. And they go back in time, but he has to when he goes back in time, he tells him he's like, wait, he finds out that he was married at that time, so he's like has to go through that, like he's married with kids, and like him getting divorced, and it's a whole fucking movie. Yeah, but like there's a whole love story with him breaking up with his wife and him trying to like have this gay relationship in a time where that's totally not okay.
Oh wow, it's deep. Back to the Future 1.5. And that's the Page Master. Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening.
Yes,
we love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at @SpoilTheBeans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us on
Poston, Sanamad.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. All these hoes gonna go poop poop.
Oh hell yeah, these hoes poop out here, dog.
That they do, buddy.
They definitely do.
That they do. Hassan, let's just mad reads.
Hey, Derek, where do you go for your great graphic design needs?
I go to one place only.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Okay.
Search bar.
Mm-hmm.
ChitoCon.
ChitoKan. ChitoCon.
That dude has some fucking amazing graphic design.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good stuff. And during a pandemic, that's what you need. You don't need groceries.
No.
You don't need fucking outside time.
No.
You don't need family time. That shit's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Instagram. Get graphic designs from ChitoCon.
Yep. Great for your business. Great for podcast logos.
Oh my God! Yeah, if you do a podcast, if you're a podcast person who listens to this, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, get your graphic designs from him, and they're really fucking good. They're awesome and they're cheap, and he's gonna do a good job, bro. They're not too expensive. Like it's good shit.
Yeah, it's really good quality stuff, man. ChitoCon. The Jews are here.
The Jews are here. Also, ad read number 2. We have 2 every episode.
Yep.
Unless somebody else out there wants to give us money, and then you can be 3.
Yeah, it's true.
Give us money.
Money, 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 money.
Cash App, Venmo, we'll take it anyways. It's
money,
our
money,
names.
money, money.
Either name. Just send us money. We'll take it. We need it and want it.
Yep. And we're getting some from Darren Bates, everybody.
Darren Bates. Bates. He is a football super stud for the Tennessee Titans, formerly for the Auburn War Eagles, formerly for the Olive Branch, whatever the fuck that team was, because he was there for a year. But also mainly and mostly important for the Christian Brothers Purple Wave. Oh, shh. Because that's where we played football together
Yep.
before he left me, like most black men do.
And their school mascot is a wave with a six-pack.
Look that up. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Purple Wave, Christian Brothers High School.
Yeah.
Great football program. Anyway, but Darren Bates, my fucking homie, my man, 50 grand with the bands because he's rich, because he's an NFL player, and he sponsors this podcast.
Yep.
All he wants you to do is go to Instagram, hit that search bar, just like you did for CheetoCon, and you're going to type in Darren Bates, DarenBates, at WestlandSon_56, and you're going to follow him. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to support him. And you're going to say, hey, I like the videos of you working out, and I like the videos of you playing with your daughter. And that's all you're going to get. Because that's what he does.
And he wants you. That's all. He's not selling you anything. It's literally free. Just go and do
Just
that.
go follow him.
Follow
He's
Darren
fucking the
Bates.
man. And he supports this podcast. Love you, brother. And everybody listening who supports us, man. We fucking love you. Thank you so much. Golly.
Yeah, shout out to all the messages we get. We see them.
Dude,
We love them.
We love them, man. I mean, through a pandemic, you're rocking. You're rocking through the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh my God. I believe his name is David Paul. I should look it up.
Yeah, that guy fucking loves us. David
Yeah.
Paul. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for all the comments on the fucking YouTube. We
and
love
fucking-
that shit.
Yo, and also we get, I mean, hey, bro, we appreciate all the down. We appreciate how you listen. How you listen is how you listen, bro. If this is Spotify coming at you on the Apple, fucking you listen like that, nigga. If you watch on YouTube, definitely watch on YouTube. That's the best way. But if you're not watching on YouTube, it's all good, nigga. We ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? But come check us on Spotify. You know, shout out Joe Rogan. He just changed the game. I think all podcasts are gonna be there now, and like be focused. You know, the focus will be there. So, you know what I'm saying, nigga? Fuck with your boys on Spotify, dog. We out here.
We out here.
We
Yeah.
we already on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hassan,
Yes.
how you doing, bud?
I'm doing good. A little better than last week. Now wait, you know,
We had a game night yesterday
We
with
had a game
friends.
night,
That
yep.
was fun. We had friends come
small
over to the house.
gatherings.
Small gatherings, baby. We're waiting for our job to come back. Seems like it never will, but hopefully it will.
Well, you know, hopefully it will. Orange County spiked in cases today, but you know,
It's all good. Everybody's dead. We're gonna open up anyway, guys. It doesn't matter. We're opening up, so it doesn't matter.
say goodbye to your old loved ones. It's time. We need to have a 9/11 a day to keep this. It's just what we need to keep this economy going. You know, the economy y'all care so much about.
Yeah, hey, bro. That's all I care about. Period. That's all I care about. I wake up, I think about the economy, bro. I wake up and I go, man. I hope in Belize they're spending money properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope that their fucking people are getting up, buying groceries, and getting shoes, and going to Denny's or whatever they have.
In Belize, Denny's.
Belize's version of Denny's. Making sure that's happening because that's important, and that's what I think about when I wake up. Not my money situation. That'd be crazy to just think about my money situation.
No. This is about the economy, Derek. It's about the economy. It's not about no. All these people who are protesting, it's not about them. It's about the economy. You think these people in front of Governor Newsom's house, like crazy people, are like, we want the economy? Are thinking about themselves? No, they're thinking about the textile industry. That's what they're thinking about. They're like, oh no, how are the coal jobs gonna come back? That's what I care about.
Hey, bro. I wanted to open up too, but nigga, I wanted to open up because I want my pockets fed.
Oh.
I'm trying to get paid, bro. I want to be a comedian. I want to be a paid fucking comedian. That's why I want to open up.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's not what this is about. This is about the economy. People don't care. People don't care about themselves, Derek.
That's true. I'm glad everybody down there protesting for the textile industry.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
Everybody sucks dick. Don't forget it, bro.
That's the name of the new single Derek is dropping.
Everybody sucks dick, dog. It's the fucking cross the board thing, man. It ain't just women. Ladies do it better, but we all do it. Everybody is fucking sucking dick out here. So, I don't know what it means, but you know what it means.
Yeah.
Came from my heart.
You meant it. I'll give you that.
God, bro. So, Hassan, can you do me a favor really quick?
Yeah, it's favor time. I felt it. You're always
one.
asking for a favor. Every time we sit down.
I need one, baby. I just need one episode. That's all I need.
Every time I ask you a favor.
127.
You ask me for a favor. Every time I want to talk about the textile industry, you said, fine. On episode 127, you're allowed to talk about it. For only a second.
I have a favor I need.
Oh, fuck.
You always do it, so I mean, I guess I'll let you complain more if you want to, but I still need the favor.
Okay, what's the favor? textiles.
Tell me what you think happens in Night at the Roxbury.
This is one of those where I should know what happens, just because the straight up ads for it on TBS are constant. Especially when I was a kid. Like, I feel like every other day they were playing Night at the Roxbury.
Also, every spoof of the just a million spoofs. Yeah.
I mean that's everyone knows that. Everyone knows that scene. But so it's Will Ferrell.
Good old Wolf Ferrell.
And Chris Settlers of Catan.
Chris Settlers of Catan. That's fucking great nickname. Chris Settlers of Catan. That's a fucking fire nickname.
Yeah. Fuck. This is I know this is based off an SNL sketch. It's probably just pure silly, right? Because this is that time in Will's career too. So it's like these two guys, they're like party dudes, and they're like, ladies' men, or they try to be ladies' men. You know what I mean? But but they're losers. They're just these losery guys that think they're all smooth and stuff. And it's just them, try to live their life. It's sort of like Step Brothers, where they kind of have to grow up.
Okay.
There's like a situation where they have to grow up. Maybe they actually like fall for someone, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or like they try to they're like they don't have jobs. You know what I mean? So they have to like.
They get fired from their job, and now they have to now you have to work.
Now they have to be like, oh, I need a real job now. And there's this girl that I like. It's The Wedding Singer. That's what I'm describing.
I know. It's okay. I like it.
Yeah. And so and then maybe they get a job partying. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a nightclub. They open one because it's like, oh, this is the only thing we're actually good at.
The Roxbury.
Yeah, and then they go from losers to not losers.
Oh,
or
it's just fun. It's a good time.
It's like
there's never really a conflict.
No,
the conflict is them.
Yeah,
they're the conflict.
It's
they're kind of in their own way.
Yeah, but it's all about the characters and how silly they are.
Yeah,
that's what it's really about.
I like that. Your movie had a storyline though.
Yeah,
this has none.
Oh, okay.
This is fucking they were just having a good time, bro. No, this has a little bit of a storyline. Yours has more though.
Okay, yeah, mine was a little more. This one was just like, just silly scene after silly scene.
Also, bro, Chris Kattan is funny as shit. Chris Kattan, bro, in this movie is funny as shit, nigga. Oh my god. So, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Credits roll. We see shots of the city. Night at the Roxbury. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. We see our boys. Don't hurt me in the car. No more doing the head shake.
Okay.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Right? And then cut to, and then they're doing they do their little nose thing. They do this thing right here all the time, right? And then we see them at the bar. And they're, and they do a little turn, and they're like in sync perfectly.
Yeah.
It says Billboard Club, 11:30, all right? And then they, like a girl is trying to get someone's attention, clearly not talking to them.
Right.
And they're like, hey, me, you, me, him, me. And they're like, him, me. And the lady's like, no, him, me, me, you, me, him, no, okay. And then she's like, no, fuck off, right? And like, okay. So Kattan goes out, bro. He starts dancing with a girl. Mm-hmm. He's just being extra, just so extra.
Right.
And then she pushes him off. And he bumps to another girl, and he just starts dancing with her.
Yeah.
And she pushes him off. Boom. And it's like, he just keeps
going.
Doing it.
Yeah.
And then somebody pushes him back into Will Ferrell, and he's like, oh, what's up? He's like, oh, nothing. It's weak out there, right? And then just back to And then a girl gets in between them, and they start chest bumping her into each other. And the girl's like, ah! The girl's screaming for her life. And they're like, come on, you him, me, him. And then she goes off, and the security comes, fucking throws them outside.
Okay.
Back in the car. Credits are rolling. Oh, the window breaks. He's like, fuck. Kattan's like, I broke the window again. That's how the movie starts. That's how it cuts into so you see what I'm saying?
Right.
So this nigga, he goes, oh man, Dad's gonna be so pissed. And he's like, oh no, he won't. I'll just tell him you did it. And Will Ferrell's like, but I didn't do it. And Catan's like, I know. And they're like, and they laugh, right? So they go to another club, and they're talking to these girls, and Catan's like, this is one of the most famous quotes from the movie. It's probably the most famous quote from the movie. You might have heard people do this. He goes, so I'm standing to wait to use the payphone. A guy's in front of me, turns around, tips his hat like this. And the girls are looking at him like not interested at all. And then the other brother's like, you know who that guy was? Emilio Estevez, the Mighty Duck Man himself. And I was like, Emilio! You had to be there. And the girl's just like,
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, back in the car, you'll see why that's one of the biggest quotes of all time later.
Okay.
Back in the car, they do, they're back at it, bro. I love this movie, the soundtrack, hour 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Tight, hour 20 minutes.
Nice. Great comedy.
Soundtrack never stops.
Non-stop
pop music. It never stops.
It also, the what a great song to start a movie on.
Oh, your chest is going, and then every song is like that. It's the soundtrack's amazing. It's all those disco fucking, you know what I mean? That shit, you know what I mean?
If you're the guy who wrote that song, you're like, damn, my song just got iconified.
Oh, this movie iconified his song.
Yeah,
they gave it a dance.
Yeah, they gave it had a very simple one that everyone can do.
Everyone does it. Everyone knows it, and it's like worldwide. Like, bro, it's like one of them things. You know, when that song comes on, you'll see people everywhere doing that shit. So it's like, damn. So, like they go there, they leave that club, they're back in the car, right? And they're doing another like hard disco songs playing, and they're doing this like stupid ass dance, fool. So it's like, okay. So they're driving, right? Mm-hmm. So you look that way. Okay. And then I look, and then I'm like this. Yeah. And then now you look this way. And then you
like that? Okay.
And then,
okay.
While they're driving though, and then at some point they look at each other and they're just like this. And it's like, Vogue. And then, bro, whoop, 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 like, oh, and then they go, oh, God, come on. Perfect. 4 months of practice. Ruined. They pull over. The cop is like, the cop, by the way, is Stifler's mom.
Okay. Damn.
Stifler's mom's in everything.
Yeah. She's in just in the comedy world, especially at that time. This is what, mid-90s?
98.
Late 90s.
Oh, so yeah, she's in it. So, they're like, she's just kind of like doing the regular, like, hey, license registration, all that shit. And then Catan's like, hottie cop wants you. And Will Ferrell's like, he's like, kind of leans over. And then he's like, make your move. And then she's like, all right, sir, I'm giving you a ticket. You're going 80. Please obey the speed limits. Have a good night. And then, he's like, I will have a good night. He says some shit like that. And then he gets the ticket. And then Catan's like, got her badge number and a date, December 13th at Municipal State Court. Woo! And they high five. And like, cut to Roxbury, 1:24 a.m. Mm-hmm. All right. The bouncer at this club, John Coffey, Michael Clark Duncan.
Damn. Good 2 years for him.
Motherfuckers be working, bro.
Same year as Armageddon.
Yep, you got to just stay.
Yeah.
Got to just keep grinding. So, he's like, you guys on the list? And they're like, yeah, of course. And he's like, names. Doug Watabe, Steve Watabe. Doug is Catan, Steve is Will Ferrell. Okay. Steve Watabe. And then Michael Clark's like, you guys brothers? No.
Doug is Catan, Steve is Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
You guys brothers? No. Yes! Like, laugh, right? And he's like, you're not on the list. Get in line. And they're like, oh, come on, man. Right then a fancy-ass car pulls up. And they're like, oh, is that? And then a guy gets out, and they're like, oh, yeah. Richard Grieco, the 21 Jump Street King himself. And it's actually Richard Grieco, the guy from 21 Jump Street.
Oh, okay. So he just plays himself, but like a crazy version of himself?
Yeah, he's just him. He's just himself. He's just himself. And he gets in, he just goes in the club like a regular person. And they're like, oh. But like, bro, it's because it's rich to them. It's Richard Grieco.
Yeah, right.
But it's dope that Richard Grieco was willing to like do that and play that joke. I'm like, I'm Richard Grieco. Yeah, not the guy. I'm not the other guy. Right, Johnny Depp.
I'm not. I'm number two. I get it.
Yeah. So
it would be even funny if Johnny Depp walked by and they didn't give a fuck. That would be hilarious.
God. So they don't get in the club, obviously, and they talk to. they like as they're walking to the back of the line, they're talking about like, man, we get our own club. We're gonna fucking treat everybody like, you know, the best. Treat the losers like TV stars. Blah blah blah. And they get in line at the end of the line, and they ask some girls, it's like, you want to dance? And the girls are like, what? He's like, come on, you guys want to dance? And they're like, no, we're not inside the club yet. And he's like, yeah, I know, but what about when we get in the club? And it's like, bro, the line is. They look like you see like how long it is.
Yeah.
So cut to, bro, and I mean, this montage is amazing. In this line, it's them telling the Emilio Estevez story. Bro, this goes on for like 3 minutes of them telling it to this person, and it's just like, so tips his hat, like you said, like 5 times. Tips his hat like this. You know who that guy was? You know who that guy was? You know who that guy was? Emilio! You can't, I mean, bro, they show them saying this. People are like, not. Bro, they say it so many times. So they're like, right when they finally get to the front, Michael Clark Duncan's like, club is closed, everybody. And they're like, oh, fucking goddamn it. You know, 10 a.m. back home. Okay. Fucking. Right when they wake up, nigga. It doesn't stop.
End. That's crazy.
The feeling of like, oh, this is a ridiculous movie.
Right. These guys are just, all they want to do is party.
Energy.
Yeah.
So they wake up and it's like blasting, and he's like waking Doug up by like putting like a fucking Twizzler up his nose and shit, and eating it. It's just, you know, like just that kind of stuff. Just being idiots. And they're grown as fuck. They're also clearly like in their 30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not in their 20s. They're in their 30s. And they share a room in this like dope looking like bachelor pad style room. Okay. Right. They come down their stairs. They live in a super big mansion. Okay. And they're like, good morning, mom. And their mom's this super hot, dolled up plastic surgery, fake tits, all the fake, you know, everything. Clearly, like, you know, and they're like, mom, and they're all sweet to her. And she's like, good morning, boys. And then she's like, boys, what do you think of my new chin? And they're like, mom, better than last year. She's like, oh, I love you guys. Right. And then the dudes, you'll recognize the father. I don't know, but you'll recognize him right when you see him. He's in a lot of comedies and like serious movies too. Okay. And he comes in, he's super mean. He's just immediately yelling at him, and
because they're losers.
They're idiots. Yeah. And they're clearly wealthy.
Right.
That kind of situation.
Right. There's no reason for them to also be sharing the same room. Huh?
No.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. You would be worried that they're fucking at this point. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah.
I would be.
It's sort of like the guys from Trading Places when they come out of the same castle.
Yes.
It's like, what's going on there?
The fuck's happening here, bro?
Yeah.
So he tells like Steve, like, hey, you're gonna be at the store to work in 30 minutes, and you're gonna dress nice because for Emily, you know, our neighbor, she's back in town. She's gonna come by the store. You're gonna see her, and bring your dancing monkey brother, which is Catan. Yeah. Right. He's nicer to Will Ferrell. He's really mean to Catan. All right. And then and they're like, oh, come on, David Whoop. And he's like, shut up. Just do what I say, you goddamn idiots. And he walks off, and they're like, tss. And the other brother's like, tss. And then Will Ferrell's like, tss. And he's like, tss. 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 And bro, this goes on.
It's just nonstop bits.
Oh, it's just bits. It's all bits. But I mean, you do love it.
Yeah.
Right then, bro, they stop. Now you can tell by the way I move my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Pick in line. Cut to them strutting down Melrose. Okay, and they look so gay, bro. Yeah. They got full black, just tight ass shirts, these tight leather pants. You know what I mean? The outfits are crazy. The shades on. You know, stay alive. Stay alive. They got their like frappuccinos like in fucking Zoolander. You know what I mean? They got their fucking frappuccinos. Staying alive. If anybody's seen a song, then they've also probably seen you come out to that song.
Yep, that's my walkout song.
Yep, if you've seen a song do stand-up comedy, that's what he comes out to a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, best great.
Everybody has their own theme.
Great pump up song.
Yeah. They pass by this woman. And like super hot, and they like stop and look at each other, and they go back and like start like doing the like harass thing to her. Right. Like, hey, what's up? Him, me? What's up? What's up? Huh? What's up? And then she puts her purse down and beats the fuck out of him.
Good for them.
Like beats the fuck out of him. Right. And they're like, and the song's still kind of playing, so like it gets like dimmer in the background. And Pharaoh's like, oh, she kicked him in the nuts. Oh fuck. Oh, and then Katan's like, are you all right? You okay? He's like, oh, yeah. Stanley, bro, they don't break a stride.
It's great.
So dad's fake plant store, 12
Okay.
p.m. And they're walking their dad's gigantic fake
Fake
plant store.
Hilarious.
And, they're like, boys, you're an hour and a half late. God damn it. He's yelling at them. He's like, Doug, you go over to that cash register, you fucking idiot. And he's like, ah. So Doug goes over there and he's clearly just so shitty at his job. He doesn't care. A guy's just trying to buy a couple flowers. He's like throwing them everywhere. And the guy hands him a card to pay with. He's like, oh, you trying to pay with this card? And he swipes as much time. He's like, oh, it's not going through. I got to make a call. And the guy's like, what? And he fucking storms off. And he picks up the phone and he makes a call. And he's like, operator 238, please. And then she's like, operator 238. And he's like, what's up, girl? And she's like, oh my God. And he's like, hey. She's like, hey, Doug. And he's like, I need an approval on a card. She's like, I need an approval. And she's like, okay, I need the card number. She's like, he goes, not on the card, on me. she laughs.
Yeah.
And then she's like, just swipe the card, idiot. And he's like, yeah, I like that. I can swipe it all night long.
Okay. If you're the customer, how uncomfortable are you right now?
Oh, bro, I'm also mad. I'm like, yo, what? This nigga's destroyed my flowers.
Yeah.
I don't want these flowers. And then he ran off with the car. He didn't even swipe it. I watched, he just did this. Like, this guy sucks. Yeah. Oh, he's also being so extra, bro. He's so, because Chris Kattan is so physical. That's what makes, it's hard to even describe him because he's just, because also, it's Will Ferrell. We're talking about two of the most physical guys, but Kattan is even, because he's just a more, comedy, he's more physical. Like,
right.
He's just,
the energy is
a Jim Carrey level of energy, it's just a different level than Will, because Will's also extremely physical, obviously, but it's just different. It's a different speed, you know. So he goes, she's like, the card's fine. I gotta go, and bye, Doug. And he's like, oh, bye, 238. He hangs up, and then he goes back to the guy, and he's like, hi, how can I help you? And the guy's like, as he's holding his card. So the dad's yelling at him, you useless idiot, blah, 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 going off. He's like, just go help your brother load the truck. And Doug's like, ah. So he storms outside and sees Steve putting flowers in the truck all nicely, and this nigga just walks up, fool. It's hard to explain because you guys, but this nigga, the way this nigga, because you see this nigga nicely put it in there, and you see this man walk up and grab some flowers and just baseball Randy Johnson. It's like, oh, bro, you just broke everything.
Yeah, wow.
He throws them so not throws them, but so hard where you're like, oh, bro, that's crazy to throw him that hard.
Yeah, if I'm the dad, I don't want him anywhere near the business.
Bro, I can't trust this fucking dummy.
So don't bring your brother, clearly.
No, he's too stupid.
Yeah, he's too stupid to handle all this.
So right then, a girl runs over, and he's like, you see Steve go, oh, hey, Emily. It's Molly Shannon.
Oh, wow.
I got the crew in this show.
Oh, wow.
Also, she's so funny, fool. She's so fucking funny, bro. God damn. So, she's all
when was
weird.
the last time? Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones.
The last time we saw Molly Shannon.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hey, Steve. She's clearly all over Will Ferrell. She loves him. And Doug hates her.
Right.
Doug's like, she's like, Steve, I miss you. I'm back from college. And she's like, you want to see a movie? And he's like, sure. And she's like, good. And maybe we can make out after. I love making out. I'm really good at it, And she's all nervous. And he's like, okay. He doesn't really care.
Right.
And then Doug's like, hey, Emily, you got to go. You can tell Doug's not interested because Steve's not interested because we live life in the fast lane. No stop signs. You understand me? You see this man? He's my co-captain. All right? And on this plane, it's carry on only. You're too much baggage.
Ooh, what a line.
And then she shoves the shit out because he's so little.
Yeah.
And then right then the dad comes out. And then he's like, Emily, I see you picked the right son. You picked the good son. Because she's still all over him. And then her dad comes out because their stores are right next to each other. Mm-hmm. And that nigga owns a light store, right? And he owns a fake plant store. And they start talking about how when their kids get married, they're going to break down the wall and have the first ever fake plant light store. And it'll take over. It's going to take over the world, bro.
That's what the world needs right now. A place to buy plants and fake lights.
Oh, bro.
Other way around. Fake plants and lights.
fake lights and real plants is bro, I don't know what's happening at that store.
Why'd you combine the two? the real plants need the real light.
So, oh, God. They're looking at each other and they're like, oh, they're sick of hearing that talk. And they look at each other, they go, want to crunch it? And they go, let's crunch it. Cut to more boom, boom, bass kind of music. And they're at the gym. And they're dressed full leotards.
Okay.
Full, like just full leotards, bro. It looks ridiculous. And a dude comes up to him, a homie, like, and you recognize? You seen the first Scary Movie?
Yes. So a long time ago.
A long time ago. He's one of the main guys in that joint, like one of the main characters in that joint. He plays like the jock guy.
Okay.
But he's in a lot of other stuff. So when you see him, you recognize him, but it's him. You know, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, bros?" And I'm like, "Hey," and they're like, "Man, how long?" And he's like, talking to Doug and Steve's like, "Guys, how long we been friends?" And then Steve's like, "All 7 of high school, brother." And he's like, "Exactly." So I got to say something, and I don't want to sound like I'm coming down on you guys, but it's got to be said. I'm worried about your triceps. And then Doug and Steve were like, "We know, you're right. I mean, actually, we had a long talk about this the other night, and you're right. We got to do more." And he's like, "I'm sorry to come down on you guys like this, but, you know," and then Steve goes, "Hey, we hate you, and we love you for it." And like, they all flex. Still friends? You know it. Cut to there at the beach, all right? And these niggas just have Speedos on.
Whew. Hilarious. I can't even imagine what that looks like.
Like a lot.
Yeah, yeah, that looks crazy.
And they're walking down and they're saying what's up to girls. And he's yelling at them how they're going to open up a club. And it's going to be the coolest club in town. That's what Doug says. Steve's like, "What are you talking about? We can't even get into the Roxbury. How are we going to open up the coolest club in town?" He's like, "Not anymore." You know, Arkley, he's like, "The only club we go to from now on is the Roxbury until we get in. And you know why?" And Steve's like, "Because we're good looking?" "You're goddamn right, we're good looking." "And we will get into the Roxbury. Roxbury. Roxbury, 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 Roxbury." And then some ladies walk by and they're like, "What's up? What up? What up? Huh? Him? Me? Him? Huh? You? Him?" And then they just keep going, right? So they get back and they're still in the Speedos, bro. And the 2 families are there, Emily's family and all his family, and they're like kind of having a meeting. And these niggas just walk up so confident in the Speedos, fool. No, like,
No
oh,
shame.
this company.
Yeah, no nothing.
That's what makes it like, bro, who are these people? I'll be like, oh, these niggas, if I was the other family, I'd be like, oh, these 2 guys are serial killers.
Right.
They just walked up with zero shame, speedoed up.
Yeah, sociopaths. Oh my God. There's something wrong with them. Does he kill animals in his spare time? What's going on here?
Cover, like, at least do this move, right? You would do this move.
Get a robe at the very least.
I'll be like, oh, shit, hey, I'm going to go in. Oh, I'm going to run. I'll come back in a second. There's company. Niggas walk right up.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, you know, the girl's like, "Steve, oh my God, Steve, I like your bathing suit. You have such good muscle definition." And it's Will Ferrell's body. And he's like, "Oh, thanks." And then, you know, the brother's like, "Steve, come on." And he's like, whatever, Emily. And then they run upstairs. Cut to them. "If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, baby, won't you turn me on?" And full on montage of them in the mirror getting ready, bro. And they're waxing each other's backs. The montage is amazing, fool. It's just them like cutting each other's nose hairs and doing their sideburns.
I love it.
But it's just retarded. It's still funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's like also, why would people be doing this to get
oh,
ready?
and why would you montage this scene?
Yeah.
So right then, you know, the dad comes in and he's yelling at him like, you know, "You guys are gonna come downstairs. You're gonna hang out with Emily. We'll do it." And Doug's like, "I'm not going because I don't want to," and he storms off. And the dad's like, "What's wrong with your idiot brother?" And Steve's like, "Oh, Dad, Doug, he's just like a fax machine. Sometimes you get a busy signal, and sometimes, you know, there's a memory button, but then, like, it doesn't really work, so you got to try to, like, or maybe that's like a copier." And then Doug comes out and goes, "Don't even try explaining it to him. He'll never understand." And the dad's like, "Oh, I understand." He's like, "Oh, you think you do?" He's like, "Yeah, you guys want to go to a hot club tonight. I get it." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "But how are you going to get there without your car keys?" And they're like, "Dad!" And he takes their car keys and he storms off, right? So they go down, the dad storms downstairs, and Molly Shannon is downstairs, and she's singing the cheers, like, you know, when a family's like playing piano, and somebody's singing all like fancy.
Yeah.
But she's just singing the cheers anthem.
The Cheers theme song?
Yeah, nigga.
But like really seriously?
"Sometimes you'd like to go where everybody knows your name." And they're all like listening, like, she's singing like some real opera, nigga.
Yeah.
So, you know, they come down, and then the boys follow, right? And then Doug's like, "Hey, you can take the keys, but you can never take our dreams," right? And they're like, "Boys, wait!" And they storm out, right? So they take the flower truck out.
Okay.
Now they're out in the big ugly ass flower truck.
Flower truck.
Fake big ugly ass green flower truck. And he's telling the brother, he's like, I can taste it tonight, Doug. I can taste it. Steve, we're going to get in. We're going to get into Roxbury. And Steve stops the car and he freaks out. He starts crying. I can't taste it. This is too much pressure. There's no way we're going to get in that club. I don't know if we can deliver. And he starts crying. He holds him. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. Think of puppies. Think of candy canes. He's like, I don't know if we're going to get in. He's looking out the window and these two hot women walk by and he's like, what's up, ladies? How you doing? You hear me? And the ladies, bro, as they're walking by, you just see a milkshake hit the truck so hard, bro. Boom! Okay? Nice talking to you. Right? He's like, we're going to do it. So they show back up at the club. John Coffey's there. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, you guys, names, are you on the list? And he's like, yeah, we're on the list. Names, Doug Watabe, Steve Watabe. You guys brothers? No. Yes! And he goes, oh, yeah. He goes, oh, y'all two. Yeah, you're not getting it. And they're like, oh. Which is so funny, bro, logistically. It didn't work.
The first time.
And he doesn't remember. And, you got the benefit of he doesn't remember.
Yeah.
You have that.
He's a million people a day.
So you have something to run with. So to be like, oh, we got to remind him. You got to let him know it's us.
No, we're us no matter what. That's what I like about these characters. They're always them.
Always. So a guy walks up and he slips him like a 50 and he lets him in. Mm-hmm. And they see it and they're like, oh, let's play a little softball. And they smile. They turn back around and they go, hey, my good man. He's like, you guys still can't come in. He goes, oh, okay. Well, maybe you know our friend, Abraham Lincoln. They pull out a 5. He's just looking at him. He's like, oh, you don't know him. What about his two friends? George Washington.
2 1s.
And George Washington. And then Doug goes, oh, and don't forget George Washington. And then Steve goes, oh, and look who else it is. Roosevelt. Change. Another Roosevelt. I think that's another George Washington. And they just put like the little $8 in change. And then he kind of just dumps it off his list and looks at him. Yeah. And then they go off. They're like, fuck, that didn't work. So they go off looking for ATM. They get in the car. And they're driving. They look for ATM. And while they're looking, somebody, boom, smashes in behind them. They're like, fuck, what was that? And they turn around in a super fancy car, right? And the guy in the car is like, God damn it. It's Richard Grieco.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, I'm so scared. They brought that back, didn't they? This movie's not all the way bad, right? I saw you didn't see that coming. You're like, man, how is they going to get anywhere with this? And it's like, oh, I see how this is going now.
Right. Well, I didn't expect this to be like, ooh, how are these plot points going to connect?
No, that's what I know. I knew you weren't. But I liked it on that one. You were like, oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, shit. That's how they get in.
That's how they get in. You already see it. Yeah. But I like it because you know writing. You're like, oh, that's a nice little.
This a way.
They set it up and they didn't call it. And that was smart. You waited just about the amount of time for me to forget, too.
Yes, that Richard Grieco was a part of this.
Why would I even remember that?
Yeah, for some reason.
So he's like, fuck. And then the girl he's with is like, what's wrong? What's the matter? It's just a little scratch. And he's like, oh, it's a legal car. If they call the police and it's a racing car. I have an illegal engine in there. They call the police, they're going to take this car away. You know what I mean? He's just like rich guy shit. Where you're just like, oh, God damn it. And then, I'm so screwed. And so he gets out and he's like, I'm sorry about the van, guys. I'm so sorry. They're like, no way. Richard Grieco. And he's like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, so what do you guys want to do? And they're like, well, we were heading to the Roxbury where we saw you yesterday. And he goes, oh yeah, I saw you guys. And they go, yeah. He goes, yeah, but we couldn't get in. And then he hits his brother. He's like, Steve, why would you say that? He goes, oh, do you guys want me to get you in? And they're like, oh, would you do that? And he's like, yeah, go follow me. Because for him, it's, oh, dude, really? This is the greatest situation of all time.
Thank the Lord. I don't have to pay money. I just have to.
I was willing to pay money.
Yeah.
Like, when I was like, what do you want to do? I was like, how much money do you want? I didn't think you would just go, oh, can you get us into a club?
Yeah, the Roxbury.
That I easily get into.
Yeah.
I don't even, what? So he gets back in his car and he tells the girls, like, hey, we can't go to the party just yet. We got to go to the Roxbury. She's like, why are we going to the Roxbury? She's like, we got to go. She's like, ah. So they get in. And they just get right in, and they're like, oh my God, this is the most amazing place ever. And he's like, guys, this is the coat room, and it's literally just coats everywhere. And they walk in, and it's just bad bitches everywhere, right?
Nice.
And then Will Ferrell's like, what's up? 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 And then he grabs me. He's like, hey, Doug, get a hold of yourself. He's like, it's Hottie Overload. What's up? What's up? What's up? He's like, you got to pace yourself. What's up? 2, 3, 4, 5. What's up? 2, 3, 4, 5. What's up? And then he goes, right then you see a guy go, Richard, get over here. And it's Sonny from A Bronx Tale.
Really? Chaz Palminteri?
He's the owner of the club.
Wow.
Also, definitely an owner of a nightclub.
Yeah.
He has the.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
right
look,
when you say, where
the
you're like, oh, of
vibe.
course this guy owns a nightclub.
That makes sense.
Because they made him more, instead of gangstery, they made him more like
Showy and-
flashy shirt, open chest hair.
Armenian was the perfect way to describe it.
You see him.
Yeah,
But you could easily switch his character into that. Like,
Right.
it's a little switch the dial.
Gold chain, maybe.
Oh, yeah, gold chain. He's
Yeah.
got the earrings. You know what I mean? The hair. He looks a little different, but you're immediately like, oh, it's Sonny. You know. And his number 2, Colin Quinn.
Wow.
Young too.
Wow.
Young Quinn in this.
Young Quinn.
Probably. I mean, I say young. He's probably like 35, 40.
Baby Quinn do 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 do.
Baby Quinn do 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 do. Baby Quinn do 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 do. Baby Quinn.
Yeah, I'm excited. Mommy
Mama
Quinn. Mommy Quinn.
I'm gonna middle age.
Yeah.
Middle age Quinn do 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 do. Middle age Quinn do 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 do. Middle age Quinn do 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 do. Middle age Quinn. No, we'll stop.
All right.
Elderly Quinn do 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 do. Elderly Quinn do 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 do. Elderly Quinn do 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 do. Elderly Quinn.
He needs to bring back his show.
Dead Richard Quinn do 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 do.
Okay, well.
Dead Colin Quinn. Do,
No, we're not.
do,
What?
do,
Let's not do that.
Dead Colin Quinn. Do 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 do. R.I.P. Quinn.
Still alive, I should mention, for those of you who don't know. Definitely not dead. Still alive.
All right, we're done now.
Okay.
You get it. If you fast forward it, I get that.
Yeah, I think for Derek more so than anybody else.
So he looks at his number 2 and he goes, "Hey, who grabbed my ass? Did you grab my ass?" And Colin Quinn's like, "No, sir, I did not grab your ass. It's okay if you did." And everybody starts laughing, right? Mm-hmm. And he goes, "Richard, blah, blah, blah. I'm so glad you came." And then Richard's like, "Oh, these are my friends, whoop, whoop, Doug and Steve, but I got to go." And then he just bails,
Right.
obviously. So he leaves. So they're telling him, like, "Oh, man, we love your club, Mr. Zadir. You have one of the coolest clubs. It's awesome. Oh, my God, it's crazy. We can't believe we're in here." And he's listening to him, and he's liking it. He's like, "I like these guys, And they go, "Actually, my brother, Doug, has an idea for a club." He goes, "Yeah?" He goes, "Yeah, actually, I have an idea for a club, if you don't mind hearing, sir." And he goes, "Ha? You grab my ass." Doug's like, "No. You want to?" I mean, should I? Go ahead. Yo, he steals the movie, dog. But yo, Chaz, this one bit that you do this movie steals this movie for whole, bro. As a kid, when I saw this shit, I was like, that's the funniest shit ever to keep asking everybody if they grabbed it. And then you don't have a response for it either. Yeah. Like you don't also have one. You're just like a crazy person.
Yeah, you just try to get people to grab your ass or admit to grabbing your ass.
For
whatever reason.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So also I was like, bro, is that in the script or was he just asking people that and they were like, "Hey, bro, we're gonna run with this."
Yeah, this is your
so
character.
Funny.
Yeah,
this is too funny, bro. Like, was he doing it on set? Like, you know what I mean? So, he tells him his idea of the club, like what his club would be, and it's a club where the outside of the club looks like the inside. So the outside of the club is couches and a DJ and a lounge and everybody's dancing and all that. And then you're waiting in line. And then when you finally get on the inside of the club, it looks like the outside is street signs and poles and garbage cans. And they're like, doesn't that blow your mind? Right? And then he's kind of looking at him like, and then cut to, we see some hoes. And they're looking around the club and they're like, "Oh, there's no rich guys in here tonight." And they're like, "Oh, well, that's Zadir." And they're like, "Ooh, who are those guys he's with?" And then the 2 girls are like, "Well, I've never seen those guys. They must be rich, though, if they're with Zadir." And they start heading down towards him. Cut to, you see Zadir. He's still looking at him. And then he goes, "Hold on, one second, boys. Jim Carrey, you bet detective bastard. Get over here." And then he, like, walks off, right?
Right.
So right then, we see the hot girls walking over in fucking slow motion. Ah, yeah, wanna be my lover. Ah, yeah, wanna be my lover. And they're just like staring at him, and the girls are walking over, and they're like, wanna dance? And they're looking at him, and then they look at each other, they go, hotties wanna shake it. Come on. And they head out to the dance floor, bro. And they start doing their bullshit, like they're fucking bumping the bitches into each other. And the girls like stop them, and then make them like do like more sexier shit. And they're like, oh shit, right?
Yeah.
And then the girl, like they as they're doing that, like they get bored with it and then throw the girls aside and then do their crazy shit just with each other. And then, bro, they're like, so they're doing the most, and then cut to like the girls, like you know, you're, and then everybody, even their girls, are doing the head shake, and they're doing a full dance number now out of nowhere, bro.
Great.
These niggas do a full dance number.
Great.
And the Zadir guy's watching, and he's like, ooh, a lot of good ass grabbing going on out there. You're the man, Chaz.
What is his problem?
I don't know, but I love Chaz now even more. I already loved him for Sonny, but this I forgot about. Dude, you're the man.
What the fuck?
What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So cut to they're all in his limo, right? Zadir's limo. And they're talking about, they're saying, Doug's like, hey, we should all go get Fluffy Whip. And they're like, why? To lick it off each other? And he's like, yeah, of course we can do that. He's like, and you can suck the air out the can, you know, when you spray it, you just suck the air out the can. And they're all like, you mean whippets? And he's like, no, it's just fun to do. And they're all like, and him and Doug are like, no, it's just fun. They're like, no, it's just fun to do. It's not whippets. So
Have you ever done whippets before?
No, I've never done anything.
Yes.
Besides weed, I've done weed. I've done mushrooms. I've done alcohol. I've had a Percocet. I've had lean. I've drank lean and smoked lean on a blunt.
So you've done a fair amount.
I've done that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
But
Those are all the drugs I've done.
Use them, but
No, I'm trying to think of just like everything I've ever done in my life.
Okay.
Those are all the drugs I've
Never
ever
done
done in my
coke.
life. Never done coke.
No, neither have I. No, but
Smoked spice once, I guess.
Oh, isn't that like synthetic weed?
I don't know what it is, but I did
Yeah.
that. I did that. That's another.
That's-
But that's all the things that I've ever done.
That's like the legal weed that you're allowed to smoke.
What are the things you've done?
Is spice good before we get into that?
No, I remember getting high the first time, and then after that being like, "What is this?" And then I never smoked it anymore.
Okay.
That's when like I wasn't smoking weed yet either.
That makes sense.
I smoked spice first.
That makes sense because it's probably easier to get, probably.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done a lot either. I've done weed, obviously, shrooms, acid, salvia.
Ooh.
That was interesting. I'd do that again, but it's not like salvia is kind of whatever. It's like a really intense hallucination, but like for a really short amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like some DMT shit.
Yeah, probably not as
intense.
cool, and probably not as intense. DMT is like DMT sounds like some real shit. Salvia is like, it's just like a quick hit of hallucinogen. If that makes any sense. I've done whippets.
Ooh.
Yeah, one of my
Ecstasy, you've done.
I've done ecstasy. Yeah, you were there for that. But that's about it as well for me. No other than ecstasy, no other like pills.
You've never done any pills. You've never done
No.
a Perky or a Xanny.
No.
You ever popped or something?
No.
Never done lean?
No. You know what put me off of pills once is I had to take Vicodin for like my wisdom teeth getting taken out, and that was awful. I hated that feeling.
So you had a Vicodin?
Yeah, but not like you know what I mean? If we're talking about doing.
I've never had a Perky recreately.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe.
No, I just meant a drug that like it's a
that
drug,
people view-
and I know what it's like. I remember the effects
Yeah.
very vividly.
Yeah, no. Then I've done Vicodin, but I hated.
So you've done a Vicodin?
I hated Vicodin.
Yeah. I've never popped a Perky. No,
Yeah.
I did it when,
For like actual medical
surgery.
Yeah.
I had surgery on my shoulder, so I was taking Percocets, but man, I was in the zone,
You were feeling good.
dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like whippets though. I like it's something I you're not supposed to do it very often because it like kills your brain cells, but yada yada yada. But no, the few times I did it, I was like, I'm glad I did it. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. That's fun.
It's not something I'd be like, oh, let's go out and buy the stuff to do it. I wouldn't do that.
Like let's try to go to get Fluffy Whip so we can get high as shit.
No, I'd be like, it's not worth it. But the situations where I was in that I did it, I was like, oh, dude, I'm glad I did this. This was a crazy high.
You're a bad boy.
Yeah, made music amazing. Yeah, but
Drugs always make
Yeah,
music.
drugs
Make music the best, dude.
drugs make music amazing. Yeah.
So cut to,
Yeah.
they're sending Colin Quinn in the store to get 100 cans of Fluffy Whip.
Okay. You're having a night.
Oh, dude, you're about to fucking see God.
Yeah.
When Doug sees him about to pay with a card, he runs in, right? And he stops him. And he goes, "Hey, I don't think this card's working. Let me check and see." And then he grabs it and just calls the operator girl, right? And he tells her, like, he just starts talking to her, the operator 238, and then she's like, "Oh, Doug." And he's telling her about how great his night was, and she needs to come out and party with him. And she says no, but she's like smiling. She likes him, you know what I mean? She likes this guy. And she's like, "Bye, Doug. I'll talk to you later." He's like, "Bye, 238." He hangs up, and then he looks at homeboy, and he's like, and then he just kind of walks out. And they're like, "What just happened?" So they go to Zadir's mansion. Huge party. Super dope. I mean, the kind of Hollywood parties you think about. You know what I mean? Bitches walking around topless and shit. All that shit,
Nice.
Zadir tells them that that he's going to set a meeting with him to talk about that club that he was talking about. And, the Inside Out Club. And they're like, they freak out like, right then. And then right then, they walk off. Like Zadir walks off. He sees somebody and he walks off. So their girls come up as they're celebrating, and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to go someplace alone?" And they're like, "No." "Yes." So Steve, they're alone with the girls. He's with his girl, and he's super nervous, right? Will Ferrell. And he starts making an ambulance noise. Woo, 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 like really loud. Woo. And then she's like trying to stop. She's like, "Oh, hey, what is that?" And he goes, "The sound of the ambulance taking me away because you stopped my heart." Woo, woo. Cut to Doug's in the room, and he goes, "Steve, sorry." Steve stops. Doug is the exact opposite. He's way too confident. He keeps throwing one-liners at the girl.
Right.
Like, "Oh, what does your tag say?" "Made in heaven." And then she goes, "You don't have to make one-liners anymore. Like, I'm going to have sex with you."
We're here.
And then he gets super nervous when she says that. And he's like, and then he keeps making more one-liners. Cut to, the girls are now trying to fuck them, like on top of them, and they're both going back and forth telling the Emilio story.
Oh my God.
And he tips his hat like
Oh
this.
my God.
And he's like, "Emilio!" And the girls are like trying to get their pants on. And I'm like, "Emilio, you had to be there, man." It's just the Mighty Duck Man. He's the king himself.
Oh my God.
Dude, I love bits. Oh, I love bits. So, the girls are getting annoyed as shit, and then the one girl stops. She goes, "Steve, is this your first time?" And he's like, "Yeah. Isn't it yours?" Cut to the other girl saying, "Isn't it your first time?" And Doug's like, "What? No, it's not my first time." And he's like trying to get away, like horrified. No. And then she's like, she gets like excited because she realizes they're virgin, and they're both like, and you see them like get attacked. 42 seconds later, they come out of their rooms and they're like, "Bro, oh my God, did you? I was just, and then I can't believe it happened. Oh my God." And then I totally did it before. Yeah, I did it before too. Yeah, I did it before. And then they look at and then they run back in the rooms and the door slam, right?
That's hilarious.
So they come to the next morning, they're pulling up in front of their house, and they get out and they're standing there, and they look at each other, and in slow motion, Doug reaches in his jacket, pulls out a number, and they go, "We got a number!" After they just fucked these chicks. They just fucked these hoes, bro. All night.
But they finally got a number too.
That's a big deal, man. So
Especially if you're these guys.
Oh God,
Yeah.
You're retarded. You don't even know how you're alive.
Yeah,
Of
how
course
did
it's a
I
big deal.
pull this? Yeah.
So the boys, they're getting ready for their meeting with Zadir, right, the next day. And they're saying how maybe they should have a meeting before the meeting. Like, a meeting, like they should have a meeting together before they have their Zadir meeting. And they go, okay, so they put out their planners and schedule a meeting with each other. And then they go, well, and maybe we should probably have a meeting before the meeting just to make sure. Like a meeting before our meeting. And they go, okay. And then they schedule another meeting before their meeting, as you should do.
Right.
So the dad comes up and he's yelling at him. You boys are stupid, bop de whoop. Out dancing all night at the clubs doing the Macarena with Donald Trump. He does say that. President of the United States, Donald fucking Trump. Crazy. 1998, huh? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk that was a presidential reference?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Sad. Now I'm sad.
Also, Donald Trump's at the clubs.
Right.
That's what that reference is. You're out. Like, it's not like that's just like, oh, I'm going to say a random name. No, everyone knows that joke when you go, oh, out doing the in 1998, oh, you're out doing the Macarena all night with Donald Trump at the clubs. People are like, oh, yeah, because he's a party, like, you're out partying.
You're doing that sort of stuff.
Like party shit.
Yeah.
Because, he parties. We all know that. Why is anyone surprised at anything this guy does?
Yeah, that's true. He's these guys. As if these guys were president.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, why are you surprised? Like, you were making this joke in 98. Yeah. You were making these jokes in 2002, in 2005, 2008. Like, you were making all the way till it, and then he became president. And then it's like, now it's not funny no more. It's like, yo, it's still funny.
This is what you asked for.
Yeah, bro, you knew who he was. You know who you voted for, dog. Or you didn't vote for, you didn't vote for the other nigga. And guess what happened? And I'm one of them niggas. I didn't vote. Look what happened. I got to fucking read tweets every morning about a guy. It's also crazy. This is what I told him, Hassan. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy to live in a day and age where I scroll past the president's tweets. Like, I seen he is like, oh, that's Trump. And I'm like, I don't care what he said.
Yeah, who gives
It's
a fuck?
crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever he said was crazy. Bro, he literally could have said, hey, we're killing all black people tomorrow morning. What's going on with the Bulls?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that funny Jordan meme. That's me. And scrolling past that. And because you tweet too much. I can't take you serious. I don't even care about politics. Just, you can't tweet so much. So I can know when you say, I'm going to murder all the black people in the morning, I get that tweet. But it can't be in between, like, tweets about how how great your ratings are. I'm going to murder black people in the morning. I think Don Lemon's gay. It's like Oprah's a blind bitch.
Yeah.
I love my daughters. Here's a picture of us at Christmas. Like, you can't put that in. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Like,
it is great to live in a world, though, where, like, I just don't have to give a fuck about what the president says.
Bro, because it's too much.
Yeah. Like, I don't have to care. I don't have to care.
Nope. We'll be in war, though, before the end of the year. So, has nothing to do with politics. Just has something to do with money. That's not me going like, oh, because of Joe. No, nigga. We'll be at war because give me the paper. You know why we'll be at war, guys? Because all I want to do is take your money. That's why we're going to be at war, nigga. Fuck red or blue. It's take your money.
We are a war corporation. That is what we are.
That should make money, fool. Mm-hmm. It should make stupid money, especially in a time of depression and crisis. Are we in that?
We're about to be. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We'll be there.
Oh, hey, if you're under 18, listen to this podcast. Prepare to be drafted.
Uh-huh.
So, it is what it is, dog. I hope you stayed in shape.
Or hopefully you're rich enough to pay your way out of it.
Good luck. Because a lot of those kids, even in World War II, were hit. A lot of even those kids died.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew. That shit was a big deal when they say you're going to war. And they say, like, you're going. Like, you're going or you're going to prison. So, can you box? Are you Muhammad Ali? No?
Even Muhammad Ali had to leave the country.
That's what I'm saying. And that's him. Are you the greatest boxer of all time? Yeah. No? Then, yeah, pick up a gun, start shooting.
Bone spurs. We have this president. Use his roadmap. Just say you have bone spurs. They're not going to check that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird, guys.
Yeah.
But hope China ain't in that bitch, huh? Woo, talk about the Warriors. Talk about the Warriors, those 17 Warriors, 18 Warriors, you know what I mean? Wait till you see China 2021.
Oh, God. We can't beat them in a war.
No, they have KD.
Yeah.
Whoever has KD wins. That's how that works. Unless you're the Thunder. Then you don't win. You don't get to win no matter what.
I feel like our metaphors are very slipping here.
Now I'm talking about basketball.
Yeah. Where were we even?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to talk basketball?
Partying with Donald Trump.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Yeah, that's the line.
Oh, yeah, we went somewhere for a second.
Yeah.
And then we got stuck. And then I ended up with the Thunder.
Yeah. All roads lead to the Thunder.
We're dumb. Don't listen to us. So, or anyone, by the way, who has a podcast. Like, what?
Yeah, they're just literally you and me, the regular guys.
Yeah, everybody's stupid, fool. You can start a podcast. you person at home can start a podcast, fool. So, go with, like, the CDC. And the moment they start a podcast, stop listening to them. Yeah. You're like, that's how that works. So, the dad's calling Doug a loser, right? And he's telling Steve, like, you could be better, but your fucking brother's a piece of shit, idiot, right. Waste of life. He goes, but new rule in the house. No more clubs. They go, what? Official, blah, blah, blah. There's no more clubs. And then the brother goes, well, then we are officially out of here. come on, Steve, we quit. We're not working here anymore. You know what I mean? You know, we're going to make it without you, Dad. You'll see. And they storm out. And when they storm out, Molly Shannon runs up and she catches them. And she's like, you know, hey, Steve, come on. You want to go on a date? Whoop. And they're like, Emily, we're having a crisis. We have to go. And she's like, oh, just call me when you want to go out. And then like they storm off, right? They get to Zadir's office. They get to like the front desk lady. And they're like the Watabi brothers, the Watabi, Steve Watabi, Doug Watabi, here to see Mr. Zadir. And the lady's like, are you guys brothers? And then Doug goes, ma'am, we appreciate the setup, but there's no time for stuff like that. She's like,
what? Yeah.
Great way to play with the callback.
Right.
Great way to play with it.
Because you can't do it again.
Can't do it again and again, but when you do it like that, it's like, oh, you can always play with it. When you're doing it like that and you're fucking like mixing it and matching.
Right.
Genius. So she says, you guys don't have a meeting. They look over. They see Zadir. They see him. Mr. Zadir! They run down the hallway and they try to catch him. And he goes into an office. And right then Colin Quinn comes out. And he stops him. And he hates him because they made him go get all that goddamn fluffy whip.
Right.
So he's still holding that grudge. And he brings that up. And he goes, you know, by the way, you guys never really had a meeting with him. He was drunk. He doesn't even fucking remember you losers. You know, get out of your fucking asses. You know what I mean? Also, he's like being like real harsh. Very right. Colin Quinn in Trainwreck.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, wow. He's just being super mean, super direct, you
know?
And they're like, what? And then they get kicked out, thrown out by security. So right then, Colin Quinn, he goes in the meeting where Zadir is. And then Zadir was like, man, what was all that commotion out there? And he's like, oh, just trespassers, sir. We got rid of them. He's like, okay, good. He goes, hey, have you found those boys from last night? You know, he's like, I want to see them. And he's like, oh, we're still looking for them, sir. And then he goes, okay. He goes, hey. Did you grab my ass? And he goes, sir, from where I'm standing, it would be physically impossible for me to grab your ass. You got tricks, Dewey. Jazz for the win, dude.
Damn, it's keeping with this bit.
Oh, never letting it go, like never letting it die, like super subtly. Also, Colin Quinn going, sir, because they're so far apart from the room. The room's so big. He's like, sir, it would be physically impossible
for me to grab your ass. It's funny.
And for him to be like, I can't play. I can't trust you though, Dewey.
Right.
You got tricks. So they get in the car and they're just so mad, right? And then, but the one brother remembers they have the hotties numbers, and he pulls out the number, and they have it framed like in a nice frame.
Hilarious.
As you do, your first number.
Yeah.
You frame it. And they call the girls, and the girls are hanging with like some rich Asian guys now. And, you know, they go, hey, Canby, it's your boyfriend. And the girl's like, okay. He's like, it's from last night. She's like, oh. And then they're like, where are you? And they're like, we're at Skybox. A place that we know. Skybar, sorry.
Skybar, oh.
Say Skybox. Okay. Skybar, excuse me.
Yeah, at the Mondrian.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Best story about the Mondrian is, because it's right across from the Comedy Store, is they apparently threw out some guy's weed. That was the story that we heard after it happened, but he apparently threw out, like some guy threw out his weed, and then he got mad at the Mondrian and drove by and started shooting.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
At the Mondrian. And Derek, what did you see a certain celebrity do?
I saw Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Tom Holland, the real person who I actually saw. I saw Tom Holland hear the gunshots because I was in the parking lot. There's a little barrier to get into the parking lot from the Comedy Store. He jumped over it like Spider-Man, sprinted to the front of the driveway, and stood like a superhero. And his girlfriend yelled, Tom, what are you doing? Tom! And he was like, he did the Superman breath. Because he really wanted to help, bro. That was you know what was crazy? Looking back on that moment, it wasn't that he believed he was Spider-Man. He wished he was. And that's crazier. And that's even more fucking psychotic, Tom. That's even more crazy that you're like, oh, I wish I could fucking turn into Spider-Man and just stop all these crimes. It's like, dude, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
It wasn't even a crime. It was a dude shooting at a building, which is technically a crime, but you can't stop
It's a drive-by. You're not stopping. You're going to go get him?
Yeah. The guy has a gun. You're an actor.
Ooh, God, that was a great day.
Oh, God.
I miss the Comedy Store.
I do too.
So they head over, to get the girls, and they're like, "Hey, you guys want to hang?" And the girls are like, "Yeah, of course, right?" And then they open up the back of the flower truck, which has all these flowers in it, by the way. So there's no room for the girls to get in, and they're like, come aboard, ladies. And girls laugh, and they're like, where's your guys' car? And they're like, oh, our dad got mad at us, and he took our car away. And the girls are like, what? And they go, yeah, he's so mad at us. He's like, but screw him. We quit our job today with him anyway, so we're not even worried about him anymore. And then they go, and the girls go, wait, don't you guys know Zadir? And they go, I mean, yeah, we met him last night. And then the girls are like, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. You know, they immediately go, oh. Oops. Fucked up. And they're like, wait, ladies, where are you going? And they go, the girls are mad. They're like, Steve, you're a jerk off. Doug, you're a dumb. Like, fuck you guys. You're just a total waste of our time. And they go, last night was a favor, right? And then Doug's like, but we can change. We can be who you want us to be. Like, no, you can't. You're losers. Oh my God. I can't believe we had sex with those fucking losers. Like, they're so genuinely what would hurt your feelings because they're so like adamantly like, oh my God, we fucked up.
Yeah, these guys, oh my God, no.
Oh, that would hurt you. See, it's like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, do that. Do that away from me.
Yeah. Do that for me. So freeway, 6:02 p.m. They're on their way home. They're arguing. The brothers, they're mad at each other, right? You don't know anything, Steve. You don't know anything. You just, and then Steve goes, Doug, you just hold me back. That's what you do. You just hold me back. He's like, Doug says it to Steve, to Will Ferrell. You just hold me back. You know, you're like one of those things that's just tied to somebody's legs and it has a chain on it and a ball and it's just holding them back. You're like one of those things. Because Gatan's so funny. And he's like, but you're not dragging me down anymore. And then Steve's like, well, you can't blame me. You know, Dad was right. You are a loser. And then he goes, Steve's like, and Doug's like, Doug's all like, and he goes, Steve, you know what? I lied. You're not good looking. Well, consider me your ex-brother. And they start doing this at each other. Do it like that. They're like biting each other. That's exactly how the scene goes. It's pretty awesome. It goes like that, where they're just like, oh, so they're not hitting each other. They're driving. And they're just going, right? So Doug, cut to, there's sad music playing, super sad music playing. Like that one song, everybody hurts. Oh, okay. That song's playing. And Doug is now moving out of the room, right? He's getting all his stuff. He moves out. This nigga goes out the door, goes down the steps, across the backyard, up the steps of the guest house, into the guest house, closes the door. And they're like, they're rich.
Yeah, they're so rich.
They're so rich. That's so awesome.
Yeah,
I wish I could be that spoiled, bro. That'd be great.
To have a guest house.
Oh,
awesome. Like that.
Come on, man. Yeah. So, Steve's throwing all Doug's stuff away in the room, and songs playing. They're both just crying. Mm-hmm. So Doug goes to the club alone that night. He's all fucked up and just by himself, looking like a loser.
Right.
And cut to Steve at the flower shop, and he's all sad, right? And the dad pulls him aside, and he's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Dad, I just miss Doug." And he starts crying. He's like, "What are you talking about? Doug's in the guest house." So he's 10 feet away. Why don't you just go see him? I can't go over there. There's no cable in there. He's like, what are you talking about? There's Cinemax. But there's no HBO, Dad! And he storms off. Fuck Cinemax.
Yeah.
So at the gym, Steve is working out, right? And Emily runs up on him, Molly Shannon. He's working out with the homeboy.
Right.
The dude from high school. Yeah. And he goes, and Emily's like, hey, I heard about, you and your bro. You guys aren't talking anymore, so when will we go out? And he's like, look, Emily, the truth is I'm a rebel, okay? And, you're too sweet for me and too innocent, and you just won't be able to handle my bad boy lifestyle. And then she's like, excuse me? I just graduated from college. Drunk orgies and Cliff Notes, I know about bad lifestyle. She's like, I know about being a badass.
Yeah.
Bro, drunk orgies and Cliff Notes, that's a very underrated joke for college.
Yeah, it's
because drunk orgies is like what you think college is, right? Like, oh my God, that's like the crazy shit you could do. And then Cliff Notes is like, oh, look at me. Ooh, we're not supposed to use these, but I'm doing it. Oopsies. I didn't read that book. But to say like that's the reason why you were a bad person in college is like that's a very underrated joke, Molly Shannon. You were funny. 2 stars for you. 2 gold stars.
Out of
2.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, my stars are very limited.
Yeah, that's not a lot of stars usually. For
But to
anything.
get a 1 out of 2 is very bad.
Okay. You gotta expand your rating system here a little bit.
2 stars.
Okay.
That's it. That's it.
Weird. Really weird way to rate people.
Nope. It's normal. You're weird.
Yeah, I'm a little weird.
So she goes, hey, we're going to go out. We're going to go see David Copperfield Saturday night, which you should do.
Yes.
Which we should all do.
I've seen a David Copperfield show.
Lucky.
Fucking awesome.
Damn.
Fucking awesome.
I've heard good things.
Yeah, it was. I was in 4th grade. I still remember a lot of it.
Damn.
Shit was dope. Came to the Flint Center in Cupertino.
Center.
Murder that shit.
In Flint, Michigan, huh?
Nope. In Cupertino.
You don't know that.
I absolutely know that.
Okay.
I absolutely know that. That's where one of the settings in Jobs is, actually.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. The movie's really good. It's sad.
Yeah.
The guy's life sucked, but he's God, so that worked out. Cut to them on a date at the movies, right? Mm-hmm. And like he puts his hand around Molly Shannon, and then she grabs his hand and like puts it on her boob, and then he realizes, oh, this girl's a fucking hoe.
Yeah.
This girl's
Freak.
a freak.
Freak.
So she goes in cut to she's in his room, and it's a montage of like her throwing all like his bullshit away, like all his like kid kind of shit, and and he's like making him grow up kind of situation,
right.
And he's crying as Doug is just doing whippets in his room, just out of the fluffy whip, and then he looks out the window and he sees his brother and Molly Shannon fucking in the hot tub. It's hot too. Like Molly Shannon's on top riding the shit out of Will Ferrell, and then he's just spraying whipped cream all over there's fluffy whip all over the window, and then cut to they're in bed another night, right? And she's telling him like all the things he's gonna have to do to grow up and change his life and get a job, and Will Ferrell's like, oh man, I don't know if I want to do all that, and then she gets on top of him and starts fucking him while saying all the things that like we're gonna do this, and then when we're we'll get married, and then we'll plan. Like time will pass, and then we'll combine the stores. We'll have the first fake plant lights shop, and we'll be like IKEA. And then they fucking, and she comes on that like and then she like rolls over, and he's looking at her. He's like, Emily, we're moving too fast. I mean, you're already talking like we're married. And she goes, oh, Steve, you've made me so happy. And then she goes under the covers. He's like, no, that's not. And then she starts sucking his dick.
Oh.
And he goes, okay.
I'll let this pass.
You said what?
I'll let this pass. I'll let you think I'm married. We're going to get married.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Blowjob.
Yep.
After we just fucked. We're probably going to fuck again.
Takes your mind off a lot.
You're also a dirty whore. You are. So Doug goes to the club with the workout friend, right? And the workout friend they're dancing and shit. And the workout friend goes, hey, you think I can wear this outfit to your brother's wedding? And her brother's like, what? And he's like, your brother's wedding. You think I can wear this outfit? And he's like, he slams his head down. And the friend is bragging about how amazing Emily is. That's how lucky the brother is, because Emily's this amazing girl. She's the sweetest with the whoop.
Right.
He's like, shut up, you idiot. And he's like, hey, why are you mad at me? He's like, I'm sorry, Craig. I'm sorry. So Steve goes to his dad, and he's like, Dad, is there any way we can cancel this whole wedding thing? And the dad's like, yeah. No! And they both laugh, and he even goes, that's very funny, Dad, but seriously. And he's like, no, son, the caterer's been paid. The family, everyone's in town. Everyone's already here. The wedding is happening. And he goes, okay. I've been having some thoughts. And then he goes, oh, trust me, everyone has kind of thoughts. And he goes, oh, so it's normal to have these kind of thoughts? And he starts saying the thoughts, and they're just thoughts of him killing her. Like shoving like a spoon up her nose and like scrambling her brains and all that shit. And the dad's listening, and he goes, son, those are perfectly normal. Those are perfectly normal fears. And he goes, okay, Dad. So Doug, cut to that night. Doug, he goes and, not Doug, Steve, he goes and knocks on Doug's door. Doug's in the room all fucked up, still eating pizza, doing whippets.
Right. Jesus Christ. Relax on the whippets, bro.
The amount of whippets that they're doing is like, bro, it's funny that they're doing whippets.
Whippets. It's a lot.
Why whippets? Out the whipped cream.
Yeah, it's also like it's not like it's a very active. You can't go out and do stuff when you're on whippets.
No!
It's not an active drug in the slightest.
So he doesn't answer. He's knocking on the door, and then he calls him, and then Doug pretends to be a voicemail, and he's like, Doug can't come to the phone right now because his brother Steve is a fucking asshole who's marrying Emily like an idiot. Beep. And then he goes, hey, what's up? It's your brother. I just wanted you to know I'm having a wedding tomorrow, and I'd love for you to come and be the best man. And and he still like asks him to come out, and then Doug like feels bad. So he lets the workout friend be the best man, right? And a young Eva Mendes is one of just the bridesmaids.
Wow. Good for her.
She's so hot in this.
Good for her.
And she has a line to Richard Grieco. She looks at Richard Grieco. They're walking down the aisle together. And she's like, Richard Grieco, why are you here? And he goes, I just don't want to be sued. And then they keep walking. Richard Grieco.
They got him in the wedding.
They got him. So Steve, he's trying to get out of it again, like last second, right? Like his dad's ignoring him. Mm-hmm. Molly's walking down the aisle, just looking like evil, just pure, just evil, right? They get to the front. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. And then Will Ferrell goes, Father? He goes, yes. He goes, did we start yet? Yes, Steve, we started. Okay. He goes, would you guys prepare your own vows? So she reads her vows to him. And, bro, as she's reading her vows to him, he's looking at her like just disgusted. Like in her face. Like,
yeah. The power of a blowjob, though. A right time blowjob can do a lot. Can fuck a man up. Can fuck a man up.
So she does hers, and then he goes, and you prepared some vows, Steve? And he goes, yeah, and he pulls his out, and he goes, I saw you outside my father's store. We went on dates, and you let me have sex with you. I'm done. Does anyone have any reason to stop this? Should speak out now or forever hold their peace. And then right then Will Ferrell looks and he sees Eva Mendes' big ass titties. And he goes, hey, what's up? And she's like, what? And then his wife's like, focus, Steve. He's like, oh. So he puts the ring on her. And then she's like, with this ring, I will now pronounce it. She goes to put the ring on him. And then you hear, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. And everybody looks up. Dun, 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 and he's holding the radio. Dun, 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 and it's his brother just standing outside the guest house.
That's crazy.
Dun, 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 dun. What is love? And he starts doing the head thing, right?
Right.
Dun, 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 and then everybody looks at Steve and they're like, don't you do it. Don't you, Steve? Don't you do it. And the father and the girlfriend's like, don't you, Doug, you son of a bitch, you stop. Cut that off. Don't you do it. Even then he's like, don't do it. And then Steve goes, and they start doing it really hard. And Emily's like, God damn it. And he looks at her and he's like, I'm not ready yet. And he runs to Doug and they meet in the middle. And he's like, Doug's like, hello. And he's like, hey. And then they just run off together. Which, as the father then, I'd be like, oh, my sons are fucking.
Yeah, right? Yeah, what?
Yo, if you're the dad there, EA, and your son stops the wedding, and your other son runs off with that son.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, they're about to go fuck.
Yeah.
And I had two gay incest boys.
Incest boys.
Do you love them any less?
Oh, wow. I didn't expect this to get real. I guess not. Because who are they actually hurting?
How do you feel about it? You don't seem confident in that. They hurt you, clearly.
Yeah. Like,
someone's hurt. It seems like it's you.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would be happy. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say I would definitely not be happy about this.
Do you love them?
Yeah, I think I love my sons, right?
They're still in their 30s living in your house, though. And now you know that they butt fuck each other. Are you letting them still live there? No, like, hey, no. You guys can butt fuck, but you gotta move out.
You gotta move out.
This house is a butt fuck free zone.
Yeah, this house is an incest free zone.
You can butt fuck another man. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, but not each other. No way.
All right, is it weird at Thanksgiving dinners, or are you being cool about it? And just like you're cracking jokes.
I think it's gonna be weird.
You're not cracking jokes.
Not cracking jokes. It's weird.
Man, on stage are you cracking jokes?
Yes.
So to millions of strangers, easily yes. Yeah. To them, no, not at all.
No, this is too much. But I have to.
You still talk to them?
Yeah, definitely. But it is not as enthusiastic as before.
Are you letting them like come over whenever?
Yeah, they can come over. They just can't live here
And
or
fuck.
stay the night.
Oh wait, they can't even sleep tonight.
No.
What if it was just one of them?
Yes. One at a time. One at a time.
This is the greatest conversation we've ever had in my head.
I don't like this line of
This
questioning.
is great, dude. It's making you feel a dad.
Yeah.
With the most interesting situation of
Of
all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Oh God.
So they go to run off and butt fuck, obviously.
Yeah.
Because what else? So right then, the Emily girl, she's so mad. Molly Shannon, she's mad. Everybody's looking around. And then the friend steps in. You know the friend?
Yeah.
And he goes, with all due respect, and he looks at her, I can bench 325 pounds, and my body fat is less than 2%. And she's like, and he goes, and I've always loved you, Emily. And she's like, okay. She like just sizes him up.
Yeah.
And then she just marries him. And
Crazy.
the dude's like, all right, we'll just start it over.
Yeah.
So they go to talk, right? And you see them walking. They're like walking like across like a beautiful pond, like over like a bridge over a pond. You know, like that kind
Right.
of beautiful scenery. And they're talking, and you hear a slow song kind of creeping in. And he goes, Doug says, I'm sorry. I said some bad things. You're my brother. We are brothers. You don't drag me down. You complete me. Shut up, Will Ferrell. Shut up. You had me at hello.
Oh my God.
Because he said hello earlier. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
Come on, that's not great.
That's amazing, but they're
Isn't that
totally
great?
fucking.
Oh no, yeah, they're
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah. You put me back into that mindset of just the
And then the
question.
song from Jerry Maguire kicks in, and they cry and hug. Cut to Richard Greco is having a one-on-one with her dad, and it's a crazy, deep heart-to-heart about fatherhood. Such a good bit. I mean, it's like a real conversation. Like
Right.
they're like in there.
They're
you
really
know,
talking about being.
Oh yeah, and he's like, wow. And the dad looks at him and he goes, Richard Greco, you see right through me. like this. Like that. So cut to them. They're in their BMW, doing the head thing. So, man, I'm so glad you moved back in the room. Yeah, I'm glad too. And then they drive by a club, and it's a nightclub on the outside. And they're like, what the fuck? That's your idea. And they stop, and they go to check it out, and the bouncer's like, hey, you got to be on the list. And they go, we are on the list. And what's the name? Steve Butabi, Doug Butabi. And then before they can finish their joke, he goes, oh, the Butabis. Yeah, go right ahead, guys. And they go,
What?
oh, well, that never happened. What? And they go in, and then they're like, Doug, this is completely your idea, because the inside is just
Outside.
outside.
Yeah.
And right when they come in, they go, you hear, Butabi brothers, I've been looking for you, Mr. Zadir. And they go and they run up, and it's Mr. Zadir. And they go, how you like our club? And they go, our club? He goes, of course, I'll cut you guys in. Think I'll just steal your idea? I'm not that kind of guy. And they're like, oh, you're the best, Mr. Zadir. And the club's popping.
Yeah. We're crazy.
now they're
Crazy
19.
lucky. Yeah.
Oh, is that even luck?
Yeah.
I don't even know. That's not a word for what that is.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist.
Nothing exists like that.
Are you kidding me? So, he's like, of course I cut you in. And then right then somebody walks up. They go, Mr. Zadir, you got a call on the line from your assistant, Dewey. He says he is in Miami. There is absolutely no way he could have grabbed your ass. Ah, you tell him I know he's up to something. He's from Miami. Bro, he's in Miami. He said there's absolutely no way he grabbed your ass.
That means he called Miami and left a message because there's no cell phones.
He said, imagine being in Miami doing work for him.
Yeah.
You're there doing work for him. And you go check your voicemail, and he's like, hey, did you grab my ass? And you have to answer. This is your boss. You got to be like, sir, I am in Miami.
Yeah, there's zero possibility that I grab your ass right there.
Also, as an employee, though, I would love my boss. I'd be like, oh, this is the greatest bit of all time.
Right.
How much if you had a boss, bro, and that was the bit? Like you had regular company job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're a number 2, but your boss does that bit with you.
It's pretty funny.
He always asks you, did you grab his ass?
It would also make me feel comfortable in the job. Like,
I know he
this
can do
job is
bits.
mine. Yeah.
For sure this job's mine. This guy
Yeah.
loves me. And I can we're comfortable, clearly, to not do jokes.
To do bits and stuff. That's great.
Because also the bit would be, I have to always answer him seriously.
Yeah.
No matter what, I have to be like, sir, I am in Texas in a meeting that you sent me to. I did not grab your ass.
That's funny.
Especially if he's going, son.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Okay, I believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Like, sir.
You're up to something.
Yeah. It's like, dude, this guy is a fucking lunatic.
Yeah, this guy's crazy.
Also, he must be a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's bored out of his mind.
Yeah, he thinks I'm grabbing his ass specifically.
So they walking around the bar and they're talking about like, oh my God, I can't believe this is our club. And people are asking him like, oh, can you sign this? Can you sign this? We need more alcohol, more Jägermeister. And he's like, oh my God, I can't believe we own it. And then a girl goes, that voice sounds so familiar. And she turns and she's like, Doug? And he goes, Credit Vixen 238? And he goes, whoa, she's this beautiful girl. He's like, you're more beautiful than you sound. And he goes, am I what you expected? And she looks at him and she's like, I totally approve.
Great line.
Credit card.
Yeah, great line.
And then she goes, he goes, oh, wait, but do you have a dude? Are you here with someone? She goes, no, I'm just here with my friend. Friend turns. It's Stifler's mom.
Oh, wow.
Will Ferrell's like, hottie police officer? And she's like, hey, Steve. She remembers him.
Yeah.
And he goes, whoa, we have a date. He says the date in the municipal court. She's like, I can't wait. And then you hear, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. And then they're like, you guys want to dance? And then the girls are like, no. Yes. And they're like, and they head out to the floor and they all perfectly in sequence. Night at the Roxbury. Movie ends with them back in the car. I broke the window again. That's it. Credits.
That's funny. That's funny. I was hoping Emilio Estevez would show up.
No.
That would be great.
The bit, if you say Emilio to most any human being,
they'd be like,
there you go.
Night at the Roxbury.
The Mighty Ducks. Or they go, tipped his hat. Because that's the because you see that one so many because that's also the best part to do in a bit. The Emilio line is the punchline. The best part of the bit is tips his hat.
Like it's impressive.
Like also because you're saying whenever somebody says it's like, oh, this is such an important part of the story. It's like, bro, it's not. It's not an important part of the story.
That story is not important at all. It's like a terrible actual story. If someone were to like corner you and tell you that story, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, stop talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh man, what'd you think of Night at the Roxbury, bud? Classic comedy.
It sounds fun. It sounds very fun.
We did it because you're interviewing possibly putting good energy in the universe. He's possibly interviewing star of such film, Mr. Chris Kattan himself.
Yeah. Hopefully it's gonna happen on Two Dope Beards podcast that Trey and I are working on.
We'll talk to you guys more about that later.
We'll tell you more about it later.
We'll talk about that more. It's more of a coming soon thing. If you know about it already, that's awesome. We love you. Thanks for rocking with everything that we do like that.
Right.
But for the rest of you Beaners, don't you worry. We got there is stuff coming for the Beaner Nation. Like we got y'all.
Beaner Nation.
Just know we fucking got y'all.
Yeah.
But our boy, knock on wood, might actually get to discuss this movie. That's why we did it.
Yeah, I'm curious.
With this legend.
Yeah.
Love Chris Kattan. I'm such a big fan, so I'm very jealous, and I hope you ask him some questions about the movie after you watch it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm so curious about him in general too.
Yeah. How he got in that world, man.
How he got in this world, and how you take a SNL sketch and make it into a movie, like all that sort of stuff. All that sort of stuff is
also,
wild.
man, I'd love to hear also maybe why he's not in it as much. I mean, if you can Charlemagne the God kind of not be a dick, but ask a real question of like why you're starring in movies.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? I mean, but you got to find a way to ask it without not be rude.
Yeah.
But you got to ask it. I think it's a great question. You never know what he might say. You might get a real fucking dope answer.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So, but hopefully we can make that happen. And you guys just keep rocking with us. We love you, Beaners, Beaner Nation, Beaner International Nation. Not just American Beaners, the fucking dirty Mexicans as well, and the international people who listen to us. We love you.
See you next week.